between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. The first of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There goes Melvin Gordon. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go at their own 25-yard line. Locke working out of the gun. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to get. There he goes, left side. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored an answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, Gordon once more. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, it's just a happy feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find the hole. All he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker. On 3rd down, Wilson.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Boye Mafe got to the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. These fans here in Seattle getting the chance to see Russell Wilson play his first game for a franchise other than theirs. And Russell's 10 seasons in a Seahawk uniform, he went 104, 53-1 in the regular season. Threw for over 37,000 yards, almost 300 touchdowns. A Pro Bowler 9 of his 10 seasons with the Seahawks. And, of course, led them to victory over, ironically, the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 48. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, it's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver, that's Tim Patrick. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Tim Patrick's one of my favorite stories in the NFL, a self-made player at every level. He's beat great odds to become a starter in this league. The Broncos love the reliable production he brings them from the number 2 or 3 spot on the depth chart.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is Gordon on the dump off.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second down and 4.
Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's back.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Second and goal from the 1.
Williams looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
They're held again. You have a goal line stand brewing. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Lock going to throw. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Randy Gregory.
coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A lot of ground to cover here for Locke and the Seahawks. 3rd and long after that sack. Looking to throw. Locke. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Locke gonna go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And Parker, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, so I'll take it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with it.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Wilson to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Got his man, it's Bo Melton. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Bo Melton, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And now here is another interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming, and he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, which happens.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Touchdown! Noah Fant, 58 yards. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 24. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
He's going to let it go again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, You have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Randy Gregory. Now with his second sack here on opening night. On second and a long way to go. Locke. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And this is going to be incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on third and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved.
Yeah.
You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Locke to throw for it on fourth. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 87 yards. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. To throw again on second down. Wilson will get that complete to Alberto. And he'll be brought down to the other side of midfield at the 43.
Obviously, this has not been a Baker game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And now here is another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back to Walker on first down. And some room to work. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Wow, 204 yards rushing for him now here in week one. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now to the air. Lock. Out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Block off of play action. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points.
The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery.
No escape from Locke, and he'll go down. Randy Gregory bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
So it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
This pass complete to Melton.
And he is out of bounds inside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw it is Locke. That is taken in by the tight end Finn. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
It's another first down and what will be a gain of 21 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Bo Melton making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
219 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker
now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game.
And the Seahawks add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of these guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where they set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
On 2nd and 11 now, Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, I know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And now here's another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Seahawks, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile,